What's up, Cardfighters? Ryan here from Vanguard Central, bringing you an awesome deck that we actually just got our hands on here at Vanguard Central. And it's actually going to be a Shadow Paladin Revenger deck profile. So let's go ahead and get started with the grade 3s. We got 4 copies of Revenger, Phantom Blaster Abyss, and he's going to be our boss of the deck. If you guys don't already know his skill, it's during the turn that this unit performed Legion. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked the Vanguard, you may pay the cost, and that's to counterblast 2 and eat 3 of your Revenger rearguards. And if you pay the cost, you stand all of your Vanguards. And restanding Vanguards in general, especially with Legion, are super good because late game you can send back all the crits. Restand your Vanguard, boom, crits for days. Crit here, crit there, crit freaking everywhere. Wherever you want it, you can get a crit. And his non-Legion skill is when it attacks a Vanguard, it's plus 2,000 because it's not strong enough. Might as well give it some more power, right? And then we got 4 copies of Illusionary Revenger Mordred Phantom. He's our break ride for the deck. And he's really good combo, especially with Phantom Blaster Abyss, because if you break ride, it's going to be a Legion Vanguard hitting for 32. It's too good. And it restands. Did you forget? Yeah, it restands. And so break ride skill is when a Shadow Paladin rides this unit, you may counterblast 1, your Vanguard gets plus 10,000, you search your deck for a grade 2 or less Shadow Paladin, call it to rearguard, and that unit gets plus 5. It's really good, and it's off non-limit break skill. Is when it attacks a Vanguard gets plus 2k. That's good. And moving on to our grade 2s, we got 4 copies of our mate for Phantom Blaster, Blaster Dark Revenger Abyss. Abyss is honestly one of the best grade 2s out there, especially in this format where a lot of decks are starter reliant and also grade 1 reliant. You know, Cat Butler, what else? Judge Bow for mirror matches, and who else? Cat Butler, you know, stuff like that. So his skill is when it's placed on rearguard, if you have a Revenger Vanguard, you may pay the cost to counterblast 1 and choose a grade 1 or less opponent's rearguard and retire it. It's really good, so goodbye all of your starters because super early game, it's going to get knocked out. And then we got 4 copies of Blaster Dark Revenger, the original, not the original actually, but the cool guy who got a cape. And if you guys don't know his skill, it's the counterblast 2. If it's placed on Vanguard or rearguard, you may pay the cost. If you have a Vanguard with Revenger, choose an opponent's rearguard in the front row, retire it. You're not really going to be using his skill. He's only here really for unflipping with Dorant, or one of our grade 1s in the deck. But you can use it unless you're getting like super aggroed or you're getting rushed by Aquaforce with those demonic stand plus 2, you know, yada yada yada. I get it. Stand your field. But yeah, basically he's there for the unflips. And we're running 2 Fighting Spirit Revenger Macart. Macart is really good in this deck, especially with Phantom Blaster, because his skill is when your Vanguard performs Legion, search your deck for a grade 1 or less Revenger unit, call it to rearguard as rest, and shuffle your deck. So he pretty much gets you units that you can retire with Abyss, and then say you break ride, you go boom, break ride, and then you search out Macart, and that's a plus 2 to you, and he gets plus 5. It's like really, really good. And he basically gives you that extra Revenger that you can eat. And then our 2 tech cards are going to be Willy Revenger Mana. Mana's really good, I think, personally, even though she's an 8k. It's because her skill is when she's placed on Vanguard or rearguard. If you have a Shadow Paladin Vanguard, search your deck for a grade 1 or less card with Revenger in his card name, call it to rearguard in the same column as it, and then at the end of the turn, it goes back to the bottom of your deck. So I feel like it's really good late game if you say you don't have a field or you just need something to basically eat with Abyss. It really comes in handy, and that's why she's great. If only she was 9k, it'd be honestly the worst card. The best card because it'd be so good. That's why she's 8k, but 8k honestly, it doesn't matter unless you get stuck on it. Then that's just bad luck. And moving on to our grade 1s, we got 4 perfect guards. Dark Revenger Maclear, one of the coolest arts I think in the game. He's like, oh, it's pointless, And so yeah, and I think in GB3 they're going to get their unflipping perfect cards. I don't think those will be Revengers, but yeah, you want to make sure everything's Revenger in this just so that you can max out the Abyss stuff. You don't want your field to get clogged with units you can't even eat, and that's not good. And then we got 4 copies of Barrier Troop Revenger Dorant. Dorant is the unflipper, like I said, with Blaster Dark Revenger. Because his skill is when a Blaster Dark Revenger is placed on Vanguard or rearguard in the same column. If you have a Revenger Vanguard, you unflip a damage. So it's good. You just call it and boop, unflip. And it pretty much makes your Blaster Dark Revenger Abysses cost free. It makes, it opens counterblast for Phantom Blaster Abyss also. And also makes your Break Rise free. So yeah. And then we got 3 copies of Transient Revenger Masquerade. He's going to be the 10k hitter. You can tech in the, I believe it's like the grade, it's the Break Ride Searcher, Sharp Point Lancer. I can't remember his whole name. But he's a Revenger also. But I just feel like the 10k beat sticks are a little bit more pressure. You can swing at their rears and, kill their intercepts. And we got 2 Blackwing Swordbreakers. These are the only cards that's not a Revenger in the deck, but once you see the awesome, of course, Judge Bow that we're running in this deck, you're going to be seeing how many pluses you're going to get. Because her skill is when it's placed on rearguard from your deck. If you have a Shadow Paladin Vanguard, you may pay the cost to Soul Blast 1 and draw a card. It's so easy. Once I get to Judge Bow, I'll show you guys how good this is going to be. And for our trigger lineup, we got 8 crits. Pretty standard. All Revenger. You're going to need those Revengers. And 4 draw. Revenger as well. And 4 heal. Pretty basic in a Shadow Paladin Revenger deck. And our starter is going to be Judge Bow Revenger. And if you guys don't already know his skill, it's when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard during the battle, this unit boosted a card with Phantom in his card name, so essentially your grade 3s. You may pay the cost, and if you do, search your deck for up to 2 grade 1 or less Shadow Paladin rearguards. Call them to rearguard as rest, and shuffle your deck. So that's why this is super good. So like say you have, where is it? The Phantom Vanguard. And then you swing at Vanguard. And then you hit, you counterblast 1, throw them in the soul. Call these bad boys, Soul Blast 2, draw 2. And that was just after your twin drive. That's a +4 to you. It's so good. And you also have rearguards. Unfortunately, they aren't Revengers, so you can't eat them. But that's why, Willy Revenger Mana is a thing. You can basically call over it. There's also Macart, where if you Legion, you can call over the Blackwing Swordbreaker. But it's just good for that instant plus in your hand. With Judge Bow, it's an opportunity that you wouldn't want to miss out on. That's why I think Judge Bow is really, really good card. He's also really annoying. I hate playing against them, but look at me now. I'm playing it. And then I have some, there you go. G-Zone, how could I forget? So our G-Zone, we actually don't have a lot of strides right now. At the moment, couldn't get my hands on the other ones, but it's pretty much standard, whatever you want. I only have 4 at the moment. But ideally, you want to run 4 Atmos, and then maybe 4 Blizza, or maybe 2 Blizza, 2 Harmonics, however you want to do. It's always good to trick your opponent thinking that Harmonics is just a vanilla, but hey, it still has triple drive. You're going to be hitting for some cards, and you're going to get some cards back into your hand. It's really good. And Judge Bow does work with the Stride units, because it's technically a Phantom, because the heart is going to be Phantom. It's nice. I like it. And so I have a few cards that you can probably tech in. Actually, I have only 1 card that you can probably tech in. So like I was saying about Mana, she is an 8k. If you're not feeling the 8k, you can go ahead and max out Macart and go him for 4, because Macart's also a really good card. And then if you want to do like another tech, just go ahead and throw in a 12k beat stick. And that way, even after you eat, say like you have your whole field, 3 here, your Phantom of Blaster Abyss, you can still kill 3 units and have an attacking Vanguard after you restand. I mean, attacking rearguard after you restand. That's why I was thinking about the 12k, but I'm not too sure. So for our grade 3s, I know we're running 4 Break Rides and 4 Phantom Blaster Abyss, and I was thinking of throwing in 1 Revenger Drag Ruler Phantom. I just feel like it'd be nice to have, it's also a cross ride for the Break Ride, and he has a good on-pressure skill to counterblast 1 and choose 2 rearguards with Revenger in its card name and retire them. And then he gets plus 10,000, and you deal a damage to your opponent's Vanguard if your opponent is at 4 or less. And I think, it's a good pressure card. It can push your push your opponent to 5, so that if they were planning on taking a damage, it's not going to happen anymore. But I'm just not sure. I'll probably take out a Break Ride. I haven't tested it yet. I will, and I'll let you guys know how it goes for me. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like our videos, comment below if you have any questions about the deck, and subscribe if you want to see more. Vanguard Central, out.